Morning. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got some pretty big news that came out last night. Before we start anything, I want to say I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're all looking after yourselves as this situation progresses. I am due to do a couple of PvP battles with a few of you, so I apologise for being slacking on that. Last night Niantic announced through a blog post, pretty much covering all of their games, but primarily Pokemon Go, about some pretty big changes they're planning for the foreseeable future. I'm intrigued, to say the least, by some of these. Let's go into this. Embracing real-world gaming from home. Dear Niantic community, we are reaching out to extend our best wishes for your wellness at this time of unprecedented challenge due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The increased physical and mental strain can have a lasting impact on people, and we are here for you. Nice to know that. The world has changed, so what can we do? Basically go on to say that their game, increases people's need and want to go outside and exercise and visit new places, but because of the fact that that isn't really possible at the moment, they're going to have to change their strategy. So let's go down. Exercise. You can track your steps indoor with Adventure Sync, so activities like cleaning your house and running on a treadmill count towards in-game achievements. We're going to make improvements to the Adventure Sync so that it works better with indoor movement activities. Now that's fantastic because I haven't actually really been outside for the last week or so since coming back from Bristol. That's fantastic because I'm at home cleaning. I'm also using my time productively, and I'm making plasticine sculptures of Pokemon, which are fully movable and everything. So I'll show you the rest of them in a bit. Shall I say that's a little sneak preview. The Adventure Sync system has had a few glitches in the past where obviously indoors it wouldn't be as effective, or sometimes the GPS drift. I get GPS drift, I'll show you in a minute when I got a new shiny, can affect your steps, or even worse, there are still people who have that Adventure Sync that doesn't work properly. So it's good to see Niantic prioritising changing things as quickly as possible. I'm assuming they've had to prioritise these things over what they had planned initially. Point number 2, social. We are enhancing our in-game virtual social features to enable players to stay in touch when they can't meet in real life. You'll soon be able to team up with friends and take on raid battles together in Pokemon Go from the comfort of your home. 2 things. Love this. Raid battles have been, pushed under the sofa for a long time now, for the last couple of weeks certainly, because nobody's going outside. People really aren't doing level 4 or 5 raids. If you nip out for a walk, I haven't touched a raid in the last sort of 8 days really. My free passes are basically going to waste. So if we can raid from home, brilliant. However, this does bring up a thing of circumstance of what is going to be the criteria. I'm pretty fortunate in the sense that I can see about close to 20 to 22 gyms in my house. So I'm in a pretty elite category of having a lot of gym visibility, whereas there are players who don't. They can't see anything from their home. So they can't just say it's going to be the gyms that you can see from where your location is. They're going to have to do something maybe a bit like the beacon or flare system that I talked about 2 videos ago, where you can be invited, or you can receive a notification and say, like, there is a player who wants to do this raid, do you want to participate? It's a gym that you have gold. Maybe if it's just a gym that you have a gold badge of, because assuming that you've been out and doing gym badges for like the last 3 years, you should have a pretty decent selection of gold gyms. I have gold gyms in Spain, for crying out loud. So the requirement of that wouldn't be too difficult. It would just be maybe have a combination of a gold gym and best or ultra friend, I don't know, to basically allow you to access that raid from home. Something like that. I think that would work quite nicely, because then you have people's efforts and achievements in both the in-game friend system and the gym badge system. That would be pretty good. This is the other thing, is do we know if this is going to be a permanent feature? Because if hopefully once this whole pandemic has sodded off and we can return to normal life, would the raiding from home system stay that way? I don't think it would, personally, because then they'll they'll have a system that would mean you don't have to go outside. But basically, the social thing, I think that's fantastic, because raid battles need to come in to play once again, because I'm sick and tired of the Go Battle League system. There are things in the Go Battle League system that I really hate compared to raids. I feel far more comfortable with the raid system because it's a far more predictable, sensible meta, whereas the Go Battle League isn't. Point number 3, explore. We are looking into how we can help players virtually visit and share memories about their favourite real-world places until they can go and visit them once again in person. Not really sure where they're going with that, to be honest. I don't know whether... maybe it's something to do with gifts? Maybe because, you know, the gift has like a postcard image of the Pokestop you visited. Maybe it's the gyms or something like that, or maybe it's a history of your AR Plus pictures. There's so many different ways you could speculate. Yeah, it's a bit vague, I would say, but I'm interested to see what they do with it. Now finally, live events. We are reimagining what it means to participate in Niantic live event this summer, and putting our creative energy towards bringing the excitement directly to your home. This means that we're working on an entirely new way to enjoy Pokemon GoFest. More details coming soon. That says it all, and John Hankey also tweeted saying something like, you know, very excited to see what the team come up with in terms of, you know, accessibility and playability, you know, for a live event from home. Now, we've already seen, I didn't have this St. Louis Safari Zone ticket because, with the benefit of hindsight, I would have bought every single Safari ticket so I could play it from home. But I didn't imagine myself going to America in March, realistically, so I didn't get it. However, a lot of the main Pokemon Go YouTubers I've seen, Mystic 7, Pokemon Master Holly, JT Gilly, Trainer Tips, all played St. Louis Safari Zone from home, and Trainer Club, and there's so many who actually got the ticket, and they all did their own experience from home. Varying degrees of success. I saw Trainer Tips, you know, sat basically at his desk or in his apartment for the entire day and played, whereas Mystic 7, I think, actually ventured outside for a bit and then went back to his house. So what they could do is, you know, interesting. The difference between the Safari Zone and GoFest is that I feel that GoFest you get boosted stops in wherever the location was. So I don't know whether they would just increase the amount of Pokestops you can get, or they just need to boost the spawns, something with the incense, you know, working twice as effectively as it already is. Lures lasting 8 hours. The special research could still be a new mythical Pokemon, however it would have to be a lot easier, with different rewards, much like it was for the St. Louis Safari Zone. But I'm very excited to see what they do, because it is a bit of a shame that potentially, you know, the big road trip we had planned, you know, harking back to last year, go and check out last year's GoFest video, one of my first videos I actually ever made. Something like last year's GoFest won't happen this year, more than likely, unless the situation improves globally very, very fast. We'll have to see what they do with this new type of GoFest, because how is the ticket system going to work? That's one question I have, is it going to be a case of, because they can't say, oh, it's a regional locked GoFest, because, you know, otherwise, you know, what's the point? You know, GoFest, in Dortmund GoFest, we had everybody from all over the world, same with Chicago and Japan as well. People come from the globe centre on that GoFest, if you can go. How are they going to engineer that ticketing system? Or if they'll do a ticket system at all, because obviously there are global rewards anyway for everybody who's outside of that GoFest. It's going to be interesting to see which side they take, because obviously you have the unique park ticketed event, which, trying to make that go global, you know, they can do it. They've done it for everybody who's bought a ticket for any Safari Zone that's currently been postponed. I'll have my Liverpool Safari Zone in 3 weeks time pretty much, which is going to be very cool, so I'm playing that from home. But if you haven't, the tickets aren't live anymore, so if you can't buy a GoFest ticket, they can't give that ticketed experience. Likewise, the global participation for GoFest is basically like catching and Pokemon, you know, in a team, a global team effort, like Team Valor, you know, catch 1 million or 10 million Pokemon, or complete a 500,000 research task globally. They give you global challenges, which is fine to participate in, but then that's kind of like the general event. So they need to marry the two in some way, which I'm not really sure how they're going to be doing that. Let me know what you think. Do you have any ideas? This is the thing, is because it's quite early on at the moment. They've obviously said they're developing those thoughts and concepts at the moment. So if we as the player base can input in some sensible way, I'd like to add some sensible way, what we would potentially like to play in terms of an event at home or a GoFest at home. Say something, tag them on Twitter, give suggestions, because they do listen to a certain extent. My coffee's gone cold now. As our community knows, we've already made a number of changes to adapt to the current environment where the group play is no longer possible and outdoor activity may be restricted. We launched a new form of gameplay in Pokemon Go called Go Battle League, blah blah blah, PvP. They took away the walking distance, which I think is how it should be from here on out. The new box is live and it's 1 Pokecoin for I think 50 Great Balls, which is it's not bad. We've increased the storage so you can send and receive more gifts. I would like to reiterate the point about the buddy system, where the buddy system, your buddy, which I'm currently working on this guy, as you've seen, buddy gifts should have Pokeballs in them, not revives or potions, because Go Battle League, you don't need them, nobody's raiding at the moment. The rocket stuff, yeah, fine, but you're not really going to burn through revives massively. The buddy system is waiting, just waiting for a rejuvenation with this current situation, much like the gift system. And yet again, Niantic, the gift system, you still need to be able to access a Pokestop. Again, I'm going to reiterate this. If you do need gifts, put your trainer code and your trainer name in the comments. I can add you. A bunch of people who have access to stops can add you. So I'm sure on Facebook groups and your online community where you locally are, there are people who are offering the same service. So do let me know if you actually need gifts. The other thing is obviously if you want to do a PvP battle. If you just want a PvP battle, let me know. It will be a temporary addition to my friends list because I'm filling up quite quickly and there are quite a few people who need gifts. So let me know your reason. Let me know your reason you want me to add you. I would say don't lie, because there are actual players who do need gifts and need items and stuff who can't get access to them. So be vigilant, be selfless, and offer your services for Pokeballs if you need them. That is basically all of the news and all of what I kind of want to discuss, really. So it's going to be quite interesting to see what they do in the upcoming days or even just a week, because they've said that these changes will be pretty fast and quick. They'll have to bump them up their development list fast. We'll have to see what they announce in terms of GoFest. Is it going to be like the Safari Zone stuff, in the sense that, you know, it's just an event you pay a ticket for and you can play from home? Because then, I mean, Niantic like money. If they can get every person on the planet to buy a ticket to every single one of the 3 GoFests, that's a lot of money. It's the fact that they've probably lost a lot of money over the last month because nobody really is out raiding, and if you're using premium passes, you're more than likely just using it on the Go Battle League system. And also you're limited to 5 sets of battles per day, which means you can spend a maximum of 5 passes. 5 premium passes, bang, and you're done. Whereas raiding, you can go and do 50 raids in a day if you feel like it. We'll have to see. I'm very interested in the upcoming announcements. Right, couple of things. The Psychic event has now finished. It finished last night, actually, for us in the UK, because our clocks went forward. Backwards, they changed. We basically got an extra hour of the event. It ended at 11 PM, which was great. However, I think I got 3 shinies. Got 2 on Gotcha, which is great, and then one of them, which I'll show you here, my GPS drifted me into the middle of Walpole Park, and I clicked on the Makihita and it was shiny. That's my second one ever. My first one, crikey, when did I get my first one? Jesus. My first one was January the 6th, 2019. So it's taken a year and 2 months, 3 months basically, to get that second shiny. But I was very happy with that. Totally off-brand, off-event, which is great. I was worried that the GPS drift was going to have meant I was speed locked or soft banned and it would run, but thankfully it didn't. Oh, one other thing. Here are my other plasticine Pokemon. So I've sort of been breaking out the old skills, because I obviously went to the Arbon course and just tried my hand again at doing some plasticine sculptures. You've seen I've made Registeel. Registeel took pretty much an entire day to do, because I think it took me like something like 2 hours to mix the colour for Registeel. It's a pretty interesting colour. Then I've done, the first one I did was Eevee, shiny Eevee. Then I've done a Pikachu. I raced Adam, who had a Lego Pikachu kit, and I built a plasticine Pikachu. It's a bit rough, but hey, plasticine Pikachu faster than he did a Lego one, which was great. And finally, I did make a Delibird last night. Made a plasticine Delibird, not shiny, because that will require me mixing a whole load of colours again. So I'm going to try my hand at making some more. I want to make a shiny Groudon, which would be freaking awesome. So I mean, let me know. Let me know if you want to see some more plasticine Pokemon. This is what I'm hoping mine's going to turn out. This is 100% IV, best buddy, best buddy Registeel. Because it's now gone cold and the sun's not out, I want to say thank you very much for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you are new with the notifications on, and smash that like button if you enjoyed it. So everybody, take care, stay safe, stay inside, look after yourselves. Peace.